And let me tell you, so let me tell you. So, and people got on me about this, and I talked to you about this before. There was this girl, right? Mm-hmm. And one of my homeboys ran across her page one day. And when he looked on the page, they went through the entire page and went through a couple pictures and everything like that, right? And so they was looking at it and they was like, Black, yo, why do you liked everything on her page? They was like, yo, what are you, a stalker or something? I'm like, no, it's not that. What I do, I'm like, yo, and anybody that knows me knows this. If you go look at any picture on your page, I probably liked all of your pictures. Like from the top to the goddamn bottom. And I do that purposely because just like we said with those people that get 1 or 2 likes, you never know what somebody's going through in that day.
You don't.
You know what I mean? After they post that picture.
Boost their energy that day.
And yeah, and I like to like those pictures. So you could be like, hey man, look, my man Black, he liked the picture. Mm-hmm. Today. You know what I mean? Yeah, even though I know I'm not nobody. You know what I mean? I'm nobody famous. I'm not nobody that can give you and help boost you up to get nothing, but I can do that to make you feel better about yourself. Yeah.
Like, oh, someone cared enough to go ahead and look at it.
Right, because because to have a picture on social media, to have a video on social media, and nobody just likes it, right? It would hurt me. It would hurt me. Like, I mean, we all see it now. Like, look how it is when you have over 1,000 followers, mm-hmm. right? How in the hell you only got 100 views? Only 100 people saw it. And then when you go look at your analytics, right, you find out that 75 of them people are non-followers.
But see,
like, that doesn't even make sense.
That's how it works with
like it's crazy. Algorithm. It's really crazy out here.
And then it depends on what platform you're on. Like Facebook doesn't matter. Instagram, you have to be literally picture perfect.
Yeah,
everything. Picture perfect, and then half of your followers are people from high school and middle school and from your neighborhood. So if they don't really mess with you like that, they not showing no love anyway. TikTok is probably where you can get the most genuine love because you can be as dolled up as you want or as dressed down and in your bed as you want, and no one cares. And people will generally come in and talk to you, and you can generally like build connections with people. Versus all these other apps where you really gotta like something. And if you're on Twitter, you literally just looking for problems. Like, you're just looking for beef with people. You're not doing nothing. Either that or you just want to argue with somebody. But on the flip side, so outside of like personally how social media affects us, like self-esteem and all that, upside to social media is the amount of information and news you get. Personally, I don't watch the news. One of the local news tell you the same thing. I don't need to see the same thing that happened in Maryland 5 times. And I'm not about to turn on CNN and all that.
No, absolutely not.
I literally hate the news. Not. I don't like seeing a whole bunch of sad crimes and people being on live stories is disheartening. I don't like watching it. But with having TikTok and stuff, you get to learn about what everything's happening in Palestine. You get to learn about what's happening in Congo. Who else is also fighting? It's another Caribbean place. I can't think of it right now.
Don't give me the line.
The one where they together, but they be fussing. They literally are. I think they supposed to be like literally the same. I think the Haitians are they still? I think they still fighting. I believe so. Yeah, but you get to learn about like all of that stuff that you would have never known about unless you probably did watch world news or you would have got the media's version that they want us to know about what's happening over there instead of what's really happening over there. But now you get people that's over there like live in the field reporting back, doing their TikTok, sharing their news, sharing their video footage, and you can actually see what's going on. So it can be very informational.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't watch the news no more. I get all my shit from social media pretty much. Like, when I found out that schools was closed because of the snow, I found out because somebody posted up that, hey, yo, if we gonna the kids get 2 hour delay.
I do follow like WJZ and Fox.
I
found them for like the school updates because I got them on Twitter and Facebook for like updates whenever it's like school events or closings and all that, or like incidents happen. You can get all that. You can get a lot of healthy stuff off of TikTok and social media. Like, I found so many like herbalist remedies for certain stuff that otherwise you wouldn't know unless a grandparent told you years ago.
Oh yeah.
Like, you get so much information. You can learn a whole bunch of religious stuff if you really want to look into it. You can learn the general, then of course go do your deep dive and learn your own spiritual stuff, movies, books. Like, Even watching people travel, like
Bro,
stuff you wouldn't know.
social media will be your best trainer without you even having to go hire a personal trainer.
You don't have to hire one.
Like, yo, you have no idea like how many exercises I've learned just watching YouTube videos. 5-minute clips.
Yeah.
5-minute clips. And all I did was take those lessons that I learned, go downstairs, get some weights, and apply every single bit of it.
You can learn a lot. Really you can learn your meal prep, how to do your meal prep.
Yeah.
You got enough people with ebooks that like $4 and $5, not even expensive. You can download that ebook and get you some quick recipes, and you ain't gotta spend a whole bunch of money on the dietitian, personal chef. Like it's way more positive to social media than negative.
Like, yo, and see, I wouldn't even say this if you wasn't sitting right next to me, because you know this is true. Whole meniscus there, right? Mm-hmm. Could not hardly walk for shit. Couldn't even stand up because this shit was buckling like crazy. All I did was watch 2 videos on how to exercise, how to train it, how to get it back right. That was only like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Yo, I walk perfect now. Same thing with my sciatica.
Yeah.
I went to the doctors. They were talking about doing surgery, everything. Oh, we have to get this MRI. Insurance don't want to cover the MRI because they don't think I need it or whatever. But then they sending me to physical therapy, and I'm messing my back up even more. I'm screwed up. I can't walk. I can't work. I get on YouTube. I get to looking at some stuff. I start applying this stuff. I start eating better. Next thing I know, back to walking again. No problem.
Even with me, when I had to get my procedure last year, I was out looking on YouTube for videos and doing normal like research on the procedure. I got on TikTok to see how many people already had the condition, if they got the ablation done, how their recovery went, and seeing everybody recovery like go so good. It was a few people who like they had to get it done multiple times, but they also had like other conditions. So like I ain't got nothing else. I just got that one. Really helped. And then I posted my videos of my recovery process, and I actually had like 2 ladies in the comments saying that they had to get one coming up and asked me how was my journey and process, and I was giving them tips and information like it's really not that bad, you'll be fine, don't worry, because sometimes you feel like you're alone until you find people on social media that's different, because people in your circle that you immediately know in real life may not have ever dealt with it, they know nobody else that dealt with it, but now you get to watch other people who's dealing with it and that can like help you with that stuff. Like apparently I seen a couple of ladies that Issa Rae has like a thing you can join or whatever, like a mentorship program or something of that nature. But you have to have I think like 10,000 followers on social media to even apply for an internship, something like that. And a couple women like, I want to apply, the deadline's coming up in a few weeks, but I don't have enough followers. If y'all wouldn't mind following me, especially every black woman I saw that popped up that they follow, it's no question, I'm gonna follow you. I don't know what you about to do with this Issa Rae program. I didn't even hear about it until now, but I'm gonna follow you because that helps you one step closer to your dream. Why not? Like the way people can get online and have a GoFundMe, like I'm about to have a baby, I'm about to get put out, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that, I need help and assistance, and people really like, for the ones who's not scamming, people really come together and help someone get the car seat to bring their baby home, their first month rent, so they got at least another 30 days until they can find a job to have somewhere to stay at. Like, it really can be that helpful. And I don't think people don't realize it, because some people are on it just for the image, just for the look, just to be cute, or just to post like that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like so much more you can do with it if you like really looked into it and cared to know. But if you just want to post looking cute, that's more like Instagram. You just go to Instagram just to post your cute pictures and all that other stuff. But the other platforms, you can like learn more, interact more, do more. TikTok, you probably can do the most. I think you can do the most on TikTok.
I'm about to say TikTok will have you learning about the chakras, from the crown,
you can learn everything.
You know what I mean, everything like that. And I was like, for a long time. Well, I'm hesitant to get on any social site anyway. So I had Facebook forever. And then it was like, well, I ain't getting on Instagram. What I need to get on Instagram for? And then I got on Instagram late as a mug. Mm-hmm. And I was on there, and then TikTok came out, and I was like, man, I'm not hopping on that. Our baby girl, she on TikTok dancing and stuff. I don't dance. I ain't doing all that stuff and everything like that. But also, I didn't have this going on at the moment either, right? So I never even thought about getting to this point. But no, social media, it really does have a lot of, positive attributes to it. And, I'm glad that we do have it, because it does give us a way of getting a lot more information. Hell, a lot quicker. I mean, shit. Look how many Look how many times we watch people record the police doing some terrible shit. You know what I mean? That wouldn't have never ever seen the light of day if we didn't have it around.
Yeah, a lot of people got exposed to a lot of people for their racism and everything else. Like, a lot of people was able to use social media in the widespread world, because just having the video wasn't good enough.
No.
You needed people like on these companies' backs for them to like do stuff and help reinforce. And a lot of people got job offers off of things. Like, it really just be like, it can really just push you out there if need be. And for the other people, it really helped check them because they think they like above being checked, above the law and everything else. And then it's like, nope. Because now 5,000 people, 1 million people have seen you. They have no choice.
The only thing I can say that I do not like as much when it comes to any of these social media platforms is the fact that everybody wants you to have a certain amount of followers before you can do something. Like, oh, we need you to have 1,000 followers before you can go live. You know what I mean? Or like with little bro. How when he goes to an actor audition, they want to know how many followers. Why are you worried about how many followers I have? I'm here to become an actor. They need to feed off what you got. They want to know if I can help push the movie. But that's not my job. At the end of the day, it's not my job. Like, yo, the commercials that y'all gonna run for this movie,
should do it for you. Once I post, I'm in the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be pop.
It's gonna come up. Like, people are gonna automatically jump on that bandwagon anyway.
Don't ever set a limit for me. Like, oh yeah, you need to have this. Like, it's not as easy as people think to just get like 1,000 followers. Because they're so for everybody. You got people that follow you. You follow them back, then they unfollow you.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
You know what I mean?
That happens all the time.
And if they did it like how Facebook is, it would be a lot easier. Because if you follow me and I accept it, and you unfollow me, you lose one too. You know what I'm saying? If Instagram and if TikTok was like that too, I feel like it'd be a lot easier for people to be able to level up more.
But I think Facebook the only one that does that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Facebook's the only one. Facebook's the only one I know that does that. If I accept you, if you send me a
we automatically friends together.
Yeah, and if I stop with you, then that means that you don't have it either.
I think it does, unless it changed. I think that's how it is.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't really been checking on my Facebook friends and, the number of friends I have.
I don't really care who one is. Mainly family and people from high school.
Yeah, it's just people you haven't seen in a while. But if it was like that, I feel like that's the only downside to me that I don't particularly like stuff like that.
The only other downside, and I guess this does go on our topic instead of doing it separate, would be people trying to keep up with an aesthetically pleasing image for social media. Like and a lot of people talk about like everyone wants the townhouse or the apartment with the stainless steel and the granite countertops
and
all of that. And they're like, a lot of these places still have the brown wood cabinets. A lot of places still have white appliances. A lot of places still have carpet. Like, everyone's units aren't wood floors yet. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't just take out these carpet out. I don't know what's up with apartment.
I'm gonna be real with you when it comes to the apartment complex of having carpet. I really don't like us having carpet, but I love us having carpet when things like floods happen, or when, you know what I'm saying, when somebody else's stuff floods and it come over
make it
our
harder
place,
for the water
won't get everywhere
fast.
Because the carpet is absorbing it.
But then at the same time, it's the downside, because then they don't know put the carpet back.
And then you got to deal with the whole smell of
and you gotta
water
have a big
and
things sucking the water out the house.
That's a whole process that's happened to us twice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But
yeah, everybody wants that. Everyone wants, the kitchen stuff set up like the ASMR with all the cans. First of all, I don't know who goes shopping like that unless you have a lot of kids.
They
like
want the kitchen
all the cans, all the waters, everything's neat in a row. Yeah. All the fruit is in its own organizer. The average person don't even. If they even had the time, the ability, and the money, they don't have the time to do that. At least not weekly.
Yeah.
Like, you have to really love doing stuff like that to stay on top of it. That's something I would probably do once a month. And the rest of the month, the fridge will look a complete disaster messing around with me.
But see, that's the thing too, right? Social media have you looking at somebody with that stuff, and they be like 22 years old, and they make you think, yes, I'm not doing good.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I didn't try hard enough or something like that. It'll make you feel bad about yourself because you watch it.
Yeah, but
when the whole time you don't know what the situation is.
Yeah. A lot of those people, either parents may be helping them pay for it, or they doing... A lot of places now, when they like have some of the luxury apartments, you can do like 6 months leases in certain states and stuff now. They're only there for 6 months, and then they're going to default on the rent and then hop somewhere else. Like, a lot of times the person can't afford the image that they give you, But they feel like, because social media has shown that when you have that image and that background as you record your videos and post them, people flock to you more versus the person who looks like they still ain't got the money.
I'll take you back further. Early 2000s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at how cribs used to do shit.
Oh,
you used to go ahead, you used to see this person walking around this house, this nice big house. They got TVs all over the wall. They got cars outside. Just to come find out that they weren't even those people's houses.
It wasn't.
Right?
It was somebody else's house.
They were somebody else's house. And when somebody broke it down to me, like years later, and you go look at the cars, right? You ain't even realize that if you look at the license plate, if you look at it close enough, it's a whole rental service. They had all them cars parked out there for Birdman and them. Like, that wasn't even their real house at the time. Now, don't get me wrong, they got that bread now. But back then, they didn't have it. That's why Cribs was just giving them little fake houses that they could work out of and make it look good. But see, us, younger,
we wouldn't know nobody.
Right, we listening to all these songs on the radio. We looking at Bow Wow and we like, oh, man, yo, look at his house, man. I wish I had that house, you know what I mean? Man, I want that.
Or
that's not in their house.
That other shows to come on like CBS, like Trading Spaces or something.
Yeah.
Where the kids used to get their room
redecorated, man.
And we're like, how was y'all actually paying? Like, was the parents low-key paying for? Because it was one girl, she had a swing, like they lived like a tree type thing in her house and had the tree swing. And I was like, I want that.
No. Extreme Makeover, right? I watched them redo this guy's house, right?
Oh yeah, they be losing their houses.
Man, what? Oh man, when I found that out when I got older, I was like, yo, so many people lost their homes due to that because the mortgage end up shooting up sky high, the taxes on the house end up shooting up sky high.
That's why I didn't
like,
know.
Yo, like,
me and my father was talking about that. He was talking like, as you put more money into the house and the value of the house go up, they can reappraise it for the taxes or whatever, and they can raise your property taxes.
Now make that make sense.
I made my house look better,
I made my place look better.
It's still
it was
the same
like
square
crap.
footage of property, but you're gonna raise my property taxes because now the neighborhood's going up, and I'm making my house look better too. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, how does that work? That's a whole nother topic about how taxes and all that is a complete scam. Because why? Like, after I buy the house, I shouldn't even have to pay property taxes.
But like when I was watching that show and I used to watch them houses, you know, on them Sunday nights, you be sitting there like, man, yo, I wish they would redo my house. You know what I mean? I wish they could do that with mine. And then, like, I'm like, yo, you be really sitting there jealous, like, damn, yo, why I can't have a hockey ring outside?
Yeah,
why I can't have a basketball goal on here? Yeah, like, why I can't have why we can't get that? Whole time them niggas living just like we living right now because all they shit got taken away from
them. Or everything got put up real cheap and janky and then it's falling down.
Yeah.
Or was unreal. Like, some of them rooms, some kids' rooms was unrealistic though. Like, yo, you can't even keep that stuff up. Like, it's really no way for you to even sleep.
Like, motherfuckers had like whole slides in there, like Chuck E. Cheese slides in that shit. Like, no,
it's the most outrageous things. Like, how did y'all even do
this
that?
This ain't about to hold up.
It's not.
This ain't gonna work.
But that does show, and that was before social media.
Yeah.
Just how much people put out the image and want the image to look, and it wasn't even like never theirs. Especially when they did Cribs and was Destiny's Child in there. Everybody's like, you could tell Beyonce never stayed in that room. Like, it don't even look like she. It don't like none of y'all ever lived there. All of y'all went back home.
Look at, I was tripping over the 3LW one, yo, because I was like, we all know y'all didn't like each other. So I know y'all all wasn't living in this house together. I do that. Like, it didn't make sense.
It's crazy. They're still teenagers.
Like, Shorty got her own mother and father. You got your own mother. How the fuck y'all all staying in this?
When the tour is over, y'all are going home. Everyone went back home to their regular friends.
Y'all all couldn't have stayed here, especially if y'all throwing KFC in the Tory face. Ain't no goddamn way. No. It just wasn't working like that. I was like, it was just too much, man.
Yeah, but the moral of this story, and all stories of social media as always, is have strong skin. Yeah. Don't do what you can't handle, but do what makes you happy. Chase whatever dream you want to chase. Be smart about it. Be delusional, but to a certain point. Like, don't be completely delusional where it's just like impossible. Be reasonably delusional, because things can happen for you if you go after them. And then just be prepared for positive and negative backlash, because you're gonna get both sides of the coin every time.
Right, and don't and screw that person that's sitting here saying, "Oh, yo, why are you still working your 9 to 5 if you working on this?" like when you start to hear them Steve Harvey stories, of, oh man, you just gotta just jump out there. Man, ain't nothing wrong with having your 9 to 5 and working towards what it is that you want to have. I use my 9 to 5 to supply me with the money to be able to buy microphones and everything else like that, to be able to support the other business that I do want to someday be my primary job.
I'm gonna say many of our top famous actors worked at gas stations and movie theaters
and
and convenience stores, and with waitresses and everything. Because you still gotta live. You still gotta live. You still gotta eat. You still need to, pay for general things. But you can still chase your dream. You just never want to put those jobs at the forefront. You gotta keep that in mind that these are literally just funding what I needed to do. Especially this economy. If they had to work back then when the cost of living was way cheaper, you definitely need a job now. Like, you just can't be out here I'm gonna just keep posting and $1 million check going rolling. It's possible.
Like, yo,
but it's gonna take a minute.
Look at where we live, right here in Baltimore City. Like, the lowest amount of rent, $1,100, easy, right? And that's for something mid. That ain't even for the most luxury thing that you want.
A decent, it may be something cheaper, but those may not be safe living conditions.
Right.
Safe living conditions.
That's why I said it's mid. Like, it's not low. 1,100 is mid. It's mid as above. You ain't gonna have that much space in it.
7 and 8.
But look what you gonna have to go through.
You gotta get home before you dark.
Yeah, before the street light come on. You gotta be in the house.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, if you look at that, like, yo, it's really is hard for people to be able to keep up with that. And like I said, social media does make it seem like, hey, you can get all this, which is possible. You can have all of that, but do it at your own pace. Don't follow behind nobody else.
Yeah,
it's not a race. Like, you're not racing anybody. Like, this, you're in a marathon, and it's your marathon. You can walk it, you can jog it, you can run it to get to your end goal. You know what I mean? It's not about beating the next man beside you. It's like, yo, let him do his thing. You got your thing. Like, yo, look at how they try to, people come at us. Oh, y'all ain't buying a home yet. We not there yet. We don't need to buy that yet. We not in that mind frame yet. When we get there, we'll get there.
No leaking roof right now.
I'm not going to be in the same predicament as you. You just moved out, got you a brand new home, and the next day you spent $9,000 because the pipes in your whole house just burst.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Nah, I'm gonna just keep my like what he say? What he say on Across the Back? Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Plain and simple.
I don't know, Lauren.
I'm gonna just think that's crazy. You went to the movies with me to go see.
Just don't remember. I don't remember.
That's wild, yo.
But yeah, give yourself grace as always.
Yeah.
Because no one else will.
I thought you had more. That's how I was trying to feed off of you for a little bit.
No, that was it. That was literally. There's nothing else to really say. Just give yourself grace.
Yeah,
your time is your time, and
which is one thing that you said to me. One thing you said to me a long time ago when I was doing this and I was watching other people do this, and I was like, how the hell, how am I been doing this longer than them and they surpassing me? They going past and they creating these episodes, and you just like, yo, look, just do your thing.
Having all the glitz and glamour doesn't...
What's for you is for you.
Yeah, having all the glitz and glamour in the studio when the lights and the production team doesn't guarantee your success.
Yeah, you'll have all that. And then it took for me to watch people on other platforms that, watch their old videos. And you be like, damn, they was in the living room just like I was in the living room with a broken window. And they was just doing their thing and they didn't care what it looked like. They were just putting it out there and doing what they wanted to do because, that's how it felt good to them.
Yeah, and that's what you gotta do. You just gotta do what makes you happy and what you get your joy from, and everything else will follow.
Right. And on that note, I'm gonna end today's podcast on that. Once again, thank all of y'all for, tuning in. Thank you for all the people that's tuning on live. I'm sorry that we didn't get to have any of y'all join in. I seen a couple of y'all pop up while we were on here, but it's really hard to kind of reach across this table and stuff like that. And plus, when I'm in mid-sentence, I don't want to mess up my thought on that end. But now, we do appreciate everybody that tunes in every week, especially when we do our lives and stuff like that. So thank y'all so much. Until next time, man, we holler at y'all. Peace out.